Hi, I'm Rob and it's Guild Wars War 5 Green Day. I've had 4 Everybody's Dead days in a row so far. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. So let's see if we can get a fifth one. Up against Chesmois and kill him. Alright, first opponent is Emperor Corvash, Champion of Anu, Holy St. Astra, and the weapon? What's this? Orpheus's Verse. Deals damage to an enemy boosted by human allies, then creates a mix of blue and yellow for each human ally. They're going to have a all-human team, so that'd be the maximum amount. 50% chance to stun a random enemy at the start of my turn is worrying if I use a Queen Beatrix team, which is what I was going to do. Holy St. Astra gives life. This is all about giving life and that 50% start. Champion of Anu, silent stuns and drains mana and deals damage. And Emperor Corvash does a similar kind of thing, true damage to the first 2 enemies, stuns them and drains their mana. So, if we get a quicker start than these are all going to be on 50%. This is quite an aggressive team, but I've used it before. And I don't like the way that the Wild Queen and the Wild King can miss sometimes, want to try and eliminate those kind of equations out of a Guild Wars team. When a trooper can cast and actually set up the opposition, it is rather annoying. So let's go with something that's more definite. This is not bad. This is a team I've got from my guild. I'm not sure who created it. Seen it now a few times. Never tried it before. But it's got a lot going for it. Nice 50% start in Titan class with Essence of Evil. The champion talent's impact, counter attack is important. No, impact, sorry, is the most important one. Inflicts stun when enemies deal skull damage to me. Really, really good. Create a dust storm at the start of the battle is handy. Rock solid. Gain a barrier when matching brown gems. Really cool. Bloodthirsty I like. Become enraged on 4 or 5 gem matches. And fortitude. The banner for this is going to be +2 green, +1 blue, -1 brown. Not worried about Sycorax using brown, but it is really important to get that extra green for our team and the blue for Beatrix and Sycorax. Because when we cast Sycorax, basically we're not going to be selecting brown anyway. We're going to be mostly casting on green if we can, or blue as a second choice. There's things like all the trolls rolled into one. Really, really handy. Choose a gem colour. Then create 3 more of that colour and double. So absolutely superb, as well as give a load of life to all allies of that colour. Right, this is slightly risky because if they get their top troops up, then we can get stunned, which takes away our cleanse. But I don't want to switch these 2 around because Sycorax takes a lot more mana to get charged. But with Leprechaun and our fast start, we should be able to get going before them. So let's go for it. A single green match mana surge means we can get going on our weapons straight away. Don't mind them taking that, because I can leave that for them. If they do that, they're going to get stunned, which takes away their benefits. Takes away the benefits. I didn't know Emperor Corvash was on the dole. Never mind, he might be. Anyway, let's get this. I don't use red anyway, but it can cause extra drops. And I'll get green at the same time. Just checking for any other potential 4 matches. I am tempted to get this though, to get the barrier. That will still stun him, but we get a barrier at the same time because of the stone circle. Obviously not guaranteed they're going to take that skull match, but they usually do. There we go. Now let's get our green. If we get a surge on it, we get that up, which is good. Now, who do we shut up first? They're only 8 short of getting their mana, so they're probably more important. Champion of Anu is nearly there. Tempted to cast Leprechaun. Going to collect the green, any mana that's around it, and pick up this bad gargoyle gem, which will go on the opponents. So I'm going to do that. And we've got an extra turn, which is really good. Now we'll shut up their Champion of Arnu. Now we can cast Queen Beatrix. We'll get this first though, just because would like a little bit more green on the board if I can. You can cast this when there's a decent amount of green or blue on the board. But I'll cast my B now. We've got two opponents with the Essence of Evil effect on them, which gives extra damage because of the Fairy Fire. That did recharge itself. That will be enough to go again. And she just about survived, but she won't last now because... What should we do? Can cast Essence of Evil. Can cast Leprechaun, that will charge up B. Yeah, let's do that. And zap her out of it, and B can get recharged, but she chose not to this time. But yeah, nice straightforward first win. 1 zip. And 3,264 points. Alright, next opponent is Nat Drak. Right, I don't have a lot of time today, so hopefully I don't have to muck around changing teams. I'll try and stay with the same team if I can, see how it does. A dangerous little team this. Savage Hunter, Sister Superior, the Great Worm, the Great Worm, the Great Worm. I've never said that so much. Creates 2 skulls when my turn begins, so that becomes 4 skulls, because there's 2 of them suckers. And Sister Superior will cleanse off any attempt we do to put Entangle on the first troop. So no point trying to entangle them. And that is going to do a double skull damage versus green, as well as Hunter's Mark, which basically becomes death. And the spell is pretty good at the same time. But same kind of idea as before. If we can get going before them, we can stun them. If we get brown, we'll get a barrier, stun them. And if we can get Essence of Evil up, we can shut them up completely. Providing Sister Superior casts first, of course. Right. So, we've got to hope that there's going to be no skull hits after we do this first one, or we can get a barrier. I think we'll get the barrier first. That is potentially more important. Take it this way. If I take it this way and then green drops down first, it will give them a massive chunk of green on their Savage Hunter. So I'll take it that way. Right, see, that protected us from that. And now we can get our green, or that will give them a skull hit. But the skull hit becomes standard, so that I can accept. But I'm going to give them then a mana surge on yellow, so don't really want to take that normally. I think I'd rather cast Leprechaun. There's going to be enough to... No, there's not going to be enough to charge up my... I thought it was going to be enough to charge up my Essence of Evil, but not necessarily. In fact, nowhere near it. Unless I get a lucky dream drop afterwards, but there is a brown storm. Let's go for it. Okay. Not too shabby. Need more green, so kind of got to do this. Hopefully they don't get too lucky with the skulls. Right, that's not too bad. Let's cast this on that first opponent. B is ready. What I could do is get my Sycorax ready at the same time. Can't remember if I had bonus blue or not. Yeah, I did bonus blue, so I can get Sycorax up next turn. They've been changed to a frog, which is a bit annoying because the whole point of it was to protect me from the skull damage. But providing I don't get 2 hits out of this, in fact 3, then I should get my Sycorax up and start being able to get a bit of health in the bag as well as charge up the B. Right, okay, it is not super perfect. We are enraged, so we're going to do extra damage with this. We've got a chance of... I don't really want to do that. Alright, let's see if we change them skulls. And we've got an extra turn, that's not too bad. And we've got a barrier again, which is nifty. 12 green there at the moment, which is a decent amount. There's a 60% chance, I would say, of getting an extra turn from this. And that worked. Cast B again. Alright, we'll get Skull hit out of this. That's groovy. Let's go again. And again. Right, not too shabby, Sherlock. What was that worth? 1,347 Guild Wars points. Right, battle 3 is against Alexa Bliss. Alright, same kind of deal this time, but just with Fist of Zorn now, converting all yellow to skulls and giving, in this case, 24 attack to the first ally, and starting with a full mana. Yellow to skulls can be really dangerous if it's on either side. I'm gonna change this around slightly. What I'm going to do for this is bring in a lot of S's. Do you know what it is yet? Anyone? Spirit Fox. Drains a mana from an enemy, takes away that fast start and removes all yellow gems and deals true damage at the same time. So I can use that to counter their Fist of Zorn if there's no way of stopping skulls. Because sometimes it can start either side and it's still risky, even with Leprechaun, of casting that thing and still getting a match for the enemy. So drain mana, fast start for me as well, remove yellow gems and deal damage. We'll take care of that fast start. And we can still get going on green if we get it. Right, let's go. Check their yellow to skulls first and foremost. There's nothing down there. It's going to actually set us up for one, which would be very nice. We'll take that because they're going to take that anyway. They may take that skull regardless, so I certainly don't want to leave that there. Right, let's work this out. It's just still not great for me, I don't think. So I can't leave that there because they're going to get too much damage from that. Can take that green. That'll make that no longer a match. But when they change yellow, if they do that, that'll give them a skull hit. Right, you may want to get a cup of tea. This is going to take a little bit of working out. Because this next move could be pretty much the game in one go, if I get it wrong. Can't do nothing, because I can't leave that there either. Right, let's work out before you remove yellow. Gone, no effect. Gone gives me a 3 match on yellow. Gone just brings everything down by 1. No effect. Brings that skull down by 2. But that will have disappeared. So that now makes... you got to bear with this, sorry. Got to work this out. That's gone, that's gone. That comes down by 2. Struth, this is technical. I'm just going to take brown, I think. That's my best bet. If they take that green match, skull match, I'll stun them. if they take yellow to skulls, it's just a single match as well. So I was probably overthinking that. My best bet is to just take a brown match and get the barrier. And I'll take it this way because it brings this green nearer to this one. And I might be able to collect some green later on down here. Right. Good. Now got a 4-match on there, but I'm not going to take it like that. I'm going to take it by casting Spirit Fox. Removes the yellow. I get the 4-match anyway, as well as having the effect on their Fist of Zorn. Right, so apologies for that early bit of overthinking. This is why I don't like playing Guild Wars in the early morning. I'm never fully switched on. But we got there in the end. And that is the main thing. Right, I'm going to cast that on them. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, God, see? Clumsy, clumsy, clumsy. Not thinking straight. Not thinking of all the possibilities. And making daft mistakes. But at least the Savage Hunter is gone, but we did lose a troop. 70 damage is not too bad if we can get our B up. Not B, Sycorax. See, I can't even get that bit right. Alright. None of them are particularly good numbers. Let's just see if we can wipe them out. Lots of green. This has to be an extra turn. And see you later, but we did lose a troop. But hey ho. It could have gone even more pear-shaped than what it nearly did. And that was 1,438 Guild Wars points. Wars against Julien. And it's the same. Okay, same. Good. No hanging around. Let's get on. If he dies, he dies. Who said that in the film? Right, Frozen at the start. And we do have a 4-match. That's nifty. But there's yellow and skulls everywhere. This is the good bit about having old Savage, not Savage Hunter, Spirit Fox. But same tactic. I'm going to take the barrier first. At least then they're going to get a skull hit from that, but not anywhere else. So that's cool beans. Oh, they didn't do it that way. Dodged a bullet there in a minor sort of way. Can't get brown again. Jeez. Can do double damage to them, but it's not going to kill them. If I take that, they're bound to take that or that. There's no yellow to make disappear anymore. There's no brown to collect to get the barrier. Right. That doesn't make that connect. Right, I'm going to take this one here. There's a 7-to-1 chance, well, basically 10-to-1 chance, with considering it needs to stand at the top, so we could get a skull match there. If we do, good. If we don't, whatever. Whatever. Whatever was what it was. Alright, we need to... Oh god, we're entangled. See? I am terrible at concentrating at these times in the morning. It is not in my benefit. play Guild Wars at these times, but at the same time, if I don't, then the video won't get posted till very late in the day. Which in that case would mean that nobody gets to see it till really late. Which then half defeats the object of doing it in the first place. Need to get my Sycorax up because we need some life. We've got going 10 and 8. It's poor. Right, need to do this first. Need to get some more green there. Need to wing it a bit. But at least she's recovered. Can we get a full match from this? No. 13 green though. Very good chance of getting a 4 match. Going to do this a few times now. Need my health boosted. I'd rather get a win with a few lost points because of multiple turns like this than not do this and take a defeat and get about 200 points. Didn't look at how many numbers were there then. I was just doing that in autopilot mode. Wow, so many mistakes already today. Got to count now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, loads. Plenty. Plenty, plenty, plenty. Right, I think just one more or 2 more. Maybe. Wouldn't have minded a skull match there somewhere, but that will do. Now we can get rolling with the bee. Oh yeah. That's the way you want to live your life. Let's get rid of that. The last one's got submerged. We've got going 10. Right, need to get B charged up and wait for their submerge to wear off. Or bash them first. Whatever comes first. Right, I can make yellow disappear with my Spirit Fox. Does that have any advantage? Means I can get blue on the next go there. And I'll take away their barrier. That's probably worth doing. Got that because they require blue. Is this worth doing? Yeah, kind of. Because even if things don't work out entirely on the way of colours and stuff like that, you can get a lucky skull drop out of it, which is often beneficial. Come on, just yes. At least we've got. Oh, they've got barrier back. How awesome! You can hear the joy in my voice for miles around. Wow, this has been slowed up rather considerably. Give me some sort of skull hit from somewhere to take away their barrier. Right. They're going to cast it again. Right, at least they're not, what do you call it now, submerged. That one, how much does this do? 50. Not enough. Need to get my B up. Don't want to do it on blue though, and that's the only really viable colour there. So I'll get it to be up manually. And finally, wow, that was made hard work. What did we get out of that? Where's it gone? 1,486. Opponent is the Paragon Mystery. Mountain Crusher, Beatrix, Goblin, Shaman, Leprechaun. Queen Beatrix, the only real threat here regarding damage. So, and Elementalist, and a little. Let's do this first. Change back from Spirit Fox to Leprechaun. And a little tip here for newer players or people who don't think of this kind of thing. They're Elementalist, but they do have their hero in first place. And when we have the champion talent of Impact, it's actually better to let the enemy hit you, basically, with a skull hit on that. Because they do that, you hit them with Impact and you take away that elemental third trait. One of the whole points of this team is to get 4 matches and stun, freeze, burn and entangle a random enemy when matching 4 gems. But by deliberately letting them hit you at the start, you actually take that away from them, which is quite cool. So let's roll with the same team. Not seeing a 4 match from the start, but we can get our green for Essence of Evil. That's not particularly any better. Did not get a Mana Surge on that. But we'll take it this way because we get Barrier at the same time. Unless there's a 4 match anywhere. Which is not. Alright, so we need to shut their B up. Absolutely essential. B, shut it. Right, and our Sycorax is ready to go. Is 13 blue, which should charge up the B as well as give us a little bit more life. I'll take that, so I don't want tons of brown here really. And cast B, see if she can loop the loop. Good thing about having Essence of Evil on stuff first, like I'll do it now just to show it, is it'll do extra damage unless we change into a frog straight away, which is what we did. It's not a frog, it's a toad, but I've always called it a frog, so that will never change. We did get a loop from that. We'll now cast this on green, get her up again. Oh, this is gonna win. So straightforward enough on that one. A little bit shady on a couple of the, or at least one of the other games. But I say 5th 5-0 day in a row, which is not bad. So 1,706 Guild Wars points there. So what's today's total? I don't know. Let's take a look. Yeah, 9241. It's a little bit low. We had that really long game though, whatever one that was, the second or third one. Things went against us slightly or made a couple of mistakes. I don't know. But it is what it is. There's Guild Wars. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to click that like and subscribe button. And I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.